Hello, I'm John McMillan. One of my earliest memories is of my dad and I sitting on the kitchen floor. We were cleaning up an old car starter motor. His idea was to mount it on my little red pedal tractor. He was way ahead of his time with that idea. Electric riding toys are everywhere, and that was over 60 years ago, and it sure made an impression on me. At Shockwave Motors, we make electric vehicles cool by providing a high performance, three wheeled, three passenger, all electric commuter car that's convenient, economical, pollution free, safe, and just plain fun to drive. The problem we are addressing is called range anxiety. When many people think about buying electric cars, they worry about if they're going to have enough power to get home or find a level 2 charging station so they can plug in. Smaller towns are particularly underserved. The county I live in has a population of over 64,000, and there's only one charging station in town, and that's at the power company. Range anxiety is a key reason why people don't buy electric cars. Most people spend less than an hour driving to and from work, so the typical car used for commuting is parked about 95% of the time. A simple 120-volt outlet is all you need for our electric roadster to have a range of over 200 miles per day. And this is what sets us apart. No other electric vehicle with our level of performance can do that. They all have to have level 2 chargers and 220-volt systems. The pollution-free Defiant EV3 Roadster has a single charge range of over 100 miles and then plugs into any standard 120-volt outlet at home and at work and gets a complete recharge in about 8 hours. This is 3 times faster than a Nissan Leaf. In fact, the new Leaf with a larger battery system can take over 30 hours to get a full charge from a standard 120-volt system. A simple charge at work provides you a daily range of over 200 miles. The Roadster's top speed is over 70 miles an hour. The Roadster is less than $20,000 after the federal rebates taken into account, and according to J.D. Power, that's less than the average price of a used vehicle. Finally, each Roadster, when driven only about 15,000 miles a year, saves 30 barrels of crude oil. Why don't we need $100 million? I get asked that question a lot as well. First, I have to stress, we are assembling motorcycles, not building cars, and there's a big difference. We meet or exceed all auto cycle safety regulations, and that's our specific category. We've got seat belts, shoulder harnesses, roll bar protection system, crumple zones, and what we call a passive head-on crash avoidance design. We worked extensively with the Quebec Advanced Transportation Institute and 4 universities to validate our design and our performance characteristics. This resulted in over 1,000 pages of documentation, including a bill of materials, manufacturing solution, and a memorandum of understanding to purchase vehicle components from a European company. This allows us to make use of off-the-shelf components wherever possible. We've designed the Roadster to leverage existing technology where possible and designed it for production scalability. We are following a lean manufacturing startup philosophy. The basic CAD effort is complete, and we have body molds. We estimate we have about 95% fewer parts than a conventional gas-powered car. So our IP is our design of how we put together the components, how we write the software controls for the motor, the battery pack, size, chemistry, location. The value of this research was over $1 million. We've analyzed our manufacturing costs, and there will be approximately $6,000 profit per unit. However, the unit profit will increase as we expand and realize lower component costs and increased production economies of scale. We believe the total addressable market is about 72,000 units in the United States, and based on our research, we believe the initial obtainable market in the United States will be about 6,000 sales a year. Based on interviews at car shows and Roadster demonstrations from New York to California, as well as metrics from our Facebook marketing efforts, we believe the average person buying a Roadster will have a daily commute of less than 50 miles a day. They'll be predominantly male. Family income will be around $65,000 and above. They will have attended college and or technical school. A number of corporations have committed to accelerating their transition to electric vehicles. And finally, we believe rental car agencies, especially those in the coastal areas of the United States, Bahamas, Jamaica, and the Cayman Islands, will be interested in purchasing the Roadster. Our go-to-market strategy is to sell the Roadster through a non-exclusive franchise dealership network and then provide additional service by partnering with an existing network of almost 1,000 service centers. So our startup strategy is to establish an assembly factory in a vacant automobile dealership facility, as it will have much of the infrastructure we need already in place. And typically these are fairly economical to rent. We will sell in key markets throughout the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean markets. In fact, we've already established our first dealership in Cayman Islands. John Felder is licensed to sell not only in Cayman, but in the Bahamas, Jamaica, and he was the first American automotive dealer authorized to sell in Cuba. Building on our success in the North American market, we will expand to other key markets in Europe, Asia, and India. ID TechX projects a $10.5 billion market for three-wheeled EVs by about 2025. We are building relationships in other countries to provide us with contract manufacturing as we expand from selling several hundred Roadsters per year to several thousand. We've looked extensively at the Morgan, the Arcimoto Fun utility vehicle, and the electromechanical Solo, and created a competitive matrix to simplify our comparisons. With less than $1,000 in paid advertising in the last few years, we've acquired almost 6,000 followers on social media. Our YouTube videos have had over 500,000 views. We've demonstrated the Roadster at shows across the country and talked to thousands of people, and we have sign-up sheets available and collect their comments. 1,200 people have subscribed to our newsletter, and about 10% of them have told us in writing they want to buy a Roadster when we're in production. This equates to almost $3 million in pre-orders. Key validation includes winning the CleanTech Open Southeast region and finishing in the top 10 in the national competition, winning Tycon Detroit's 2017 award for excellence in entrepreneurship. In 2016, we received ID TechX Award for most significant innovation in electric vehicles, as well as being featured on the TV show All American Makers. I've got decades of experience with electric vehicles. Norm has a long career as a consultant. Kerry is our media relations expert. John Felder is our advisor. He's CEO at Cayman Automotive and Premier Auto Export. He's our gateway to the Caribbean. Richard is our mentor. He graduated from Harvard with an MBA. Tom is our spokesperson. Our fabrication team's composed of Richard and Andrew. They've got decades of automotive experience. To date, we've invested around $395,000 from the founders, family, and friends, and this includes receiving around $25,000 in sponsorships for shows and $20,000 or so in cash from winning various pitch contests and in-kind services. We've examined our goals and our financial needs during a 12 to 18-month startup period, and we believe we will start limited production after about 7 or 8 months. We have also projected revenues beginning with the first full year of production. Several exit scenario options will be considered, including a management buyout, a shares buyback, and a potential external sale to a company such as Zero Motorcycle or Electromechanica. Thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to your questions and comments.